The supreme cause of all causes, Narayana, is situated in his own abode in the spiritual world, but nevertheless, he controls the entire cosmic manifestation according to the three modes of material nature, Sattva-guna, Rajaguna, and Tamaguna. In this way, all living entities are awarded different qualities, different meanings, such as Brahma, Kshatriya, and Vaishya, and different activities under the institution of Varnashram. Thus, Narayana is the cause of the entire cosmic manifestation.
Yena sadham ne ami bhava rajasattva samomaya guna nama kriya rupai vibhavanti tathatam. This is very important thing, how the Supreme Controller is controlling everything. It doesn't require his personal presence. He is personally present everywhere by his energy. Just like it is now daytime, so anyone can understand that the sun is there in the sky. Only the rascal fools cannot understand. Otherwise, as soon as we see daylight, we may not see the sun. Still, any intelligent man will know there is sun. Similarly, those who are intelligent, they can see there is God. By the manipulation of the natural activities, they understand, now there is God. So, how God is working, that is known to us, not known to us. Parasa Shakti Vividhaiva Sudati. Just like the sun is there in the sky, but somewhere it is cloudy, somewhere there is bright sun, and somewhere mixture, sometimes sunlight, sometimes cloudy. These three things we can see. It does not mean because here in Los Angeles or similar other countries, it is smoky, foggy, therefore the sun has no appearance. No, sun is there. So those who are fortunate, they are getting full sunlight, and those who are unfortunate is covered with clouds. Why is this thing? Karanam gunasangasa sadasat janma juni. As we are associating with different qualities, we are put into such condition. If we associate with the Satagun and try to become qualified Brahmana, we can do so. And then everything will be clear. Brahmana means Satagun. So to him, everything is clear. Rajagun, mixture, not clear, and Tamagun, darkness. So these three gunas are working by the direction of the Supreme Personality of God. Mayadhakshena prakriti suyate sacharacharam. Under my control, Krishna says. So, who are in Satagun, in Brahmana quality, they can understand. Therefore, we are trying to bring some men in the Brahmana quality. Because the whole world is in the rascal quality. therefore attempting to deliver them, to bring to the Brahman quality. Therefore you'll find in this temple all devotees, they are in the Brahmana quality. They are not in the rascal quality. It can be raised. That is necessary. If you keep the whole world in the darkness, then how they will be happy? They cannot be happy. It is not possible. Tadarajastamo bhava kamalu bhadayasthaji chita etai anavidhyam sita satte prasidati. One has to come to the quality of Sataboda. Then he will be happy. Otherwise there is no possibility. Kamalu bhadayasthaji. If we remain in the passion quality and ignorance quality, then there is no question of peace. And they are trying to bring in peace, keeping man in the tamaguna and rajas. Just like if you bring a dozen of dogs and if you teach them, please live peacefully, will they do? Is it possible? No. The dog, he must bark. So the so-called humanity, philanthropy and so on, so big name, ism, this party, that party, they have no knowledge how to keep man in peace. They are simply by superficial lecture, they want to make the dogs human. Is it possible? No. They must be trained up. Training. If you can, train a dog also can become like a gentleman. Even a dog. And what to speak of the human society. But there is no such training. That is the defect. Therefore, in spite of so much advancement in science, philosophy and so on, people are barking like dogs. The whole thing has to be changed automatically. Just like when there is epidemic, the physicians, those who are in medical knowledge, they want to keep people unaffected by injection, by this, that, so that the epidemic may not touch. Similarly, the epidemic is going on. But if you keep yourself vaccinated, then it will not touch. So this Krishna consciousness movement means to keep people vaccinated. The infection of Kali Yuga will not touch. This is the movement. They think that Swamiji is very conservative, that he does not allow to smoke even. Some of them think that I do not allow the primary necessities of life. But the rascals do not understand that unless you become purified, you will never have peace, forget peace. All this, it is not possible. Tadarajastamo bhava. So this Krishna consciousness movement means at least to some man to bring in the platform of good name. At least people will see, oh, here is an ideal platform. Then they will try to follow. Jajjadacharati shrishta tat eva itarejana. Just like when we started this movement in New York, I was alone. Everyone knows. Then gradually we are increasing. How increase? Because there is a class ideal they are saying and they are trying to follow. They come forward, please get me initiated. So there must be an ideal class of men in the society. It is not possible that 10% people will become Vaishnava or Brahman. That is not possible. Nature is so strong that it is not. But if there is an ideal class of men, then people will be guided. That is required. Just like brain is required. Without brain, what is the use of this hand, leg? The Brahmana, Vaishnava is the brain of the society. And the Kshatriyas are the hands of the society. Give protection. Whenever there is attack, the hand first of all. Natural, by nature. You haven't got to ask the hand. Automatically, nature is so perfect that if somebody is coming to attack your head, the hands go first of all. Similarly, this Brahmana quality of the society must be maintained. Must be maintained. It is not a fashion. There must be brain. Otherwise the whole thing is useless. That is going on. Everyone is drunkard, everyone is woman hunter, everyone is motor driver, everyone, what is it? All Sudras and rascals, 4th class, 5th class men, how they can be happy? So, this should be changed. That is nature's way. Krishna wants this. As it is said here, that gunanama kriyarupai vibhavanti jatha tatham. Krishna wants this. That the human life means the opportunity of understanding Krishna or God. A dog's cats cannot do that. Then if you keep yourself as cats and dogs, then your life is spoiled. Here is the opportunity. Nature has given you opportunity. Now we can get out of this law, natural law, repetition of birth and death. But the doggy society, they are so foolish, exactly like dogs. They cannot understand even that there is transmigration of the soul, there is soul, it is existing, it is eternal. No discussion about this. Although it is a fact. Krishna teaches this thing in the beginning. Dehinasmin yatha dehi kaumanajo nagajara tatha dehantara prapti dhirasatanamahiyati. Dhira. Dhira means sober, gentle. Dhirasatanamahiyati. Just like a father, the child is growing, the baby has become now grown up, the boy has now grown up. So father knows that this is my same child who took birth from the womb of his mother, small. Now he is growing or changing the body. So, Dhira. He does not cry, oh, where is my baby, where is my baby? The rascal will say, the Dhira, one who knows things, he knows that the same baby has now grown up. So, Namayati, Dhira. Similarly, when this body is changed, he knows that the same child who came as a child, now he has grown old. Now his died means he has accepted another body. Dhira Satanam. But they are making this hard. Ordinary things, anyone can understand. But Krishna says, Dhira, that means in spite of so much education and advancement, there is no Dhira. All Adhira. Adhira means no knowledge. Or ruffian, fools, restless. Adhira. Now, the other day we were walking in the university, or the California University in San Francisco, Berkeley University. And somebody told me, I asked her why this tower is covered. He said, because the students sometimes jump from there. So this is education. After taking education, make suicide. After taking education, become hippie. This is not. Why? Why such disappointment? Because they are not made dhiro or dhiro. They are restless. This right, that right, this right, that right. This manufacture, that manufacture, some. So, human society should be trained up how to become dhiro. Who can become dhiro unless he is a devotee of Narayana? Rava bhaktasya kutu mahadaguna manorathena asatu dhavato vahi. If you do not train them how to become a devotee, he will be wandering on the mental plane, concoction. And asatu dhavato vahi, and he will do something which is asat. Asat means which is not good or which is not eternal, some temporary. Asato ma sadgama. The Vedic injunction is, don't keep yourself in asat, come to the sat. Tamasi ma jutit gava. Don't keep yourself in the darkness, come to the light. These are the instructions. Therefore, we discussed at the last unit. Veda pranihito dharma. You have to follow the Vedic instruction. That is dharma. That is religion. Not that you manufacture something and you become religion. No. We have discussed already. Veda pranihito dharma hi adharmastad viparjaya. If you do not follow the Vedic instruction, that is adharma or irreligious. The Vedic dharma, just like I quoted so many, Vedic, do this, do this. So, Krishna or Narayan, Narayan Krishna, there is no difference. See, he is doing everything. Everything is in knowledge. Vedaham samiti tani. Krishna says, I know everything. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the beginning, Janmadasya jataha annayat itaratascha artheshu abhigya. That is absolute truth. It is abhigya. Absolute truth is not a chunk. The chunk all of a sudden become burst and hail creation. So is that any sensible theory? No. Veda says, avijja. The creation has taken place not from the chunk, but avijja, the person who knows everything, by his brain. So the scientists are now, some of them are realizing that there is a big brain behind this all creation. And some of the rascals, they are saying that junk. It is not junk. Some being, the supreme being, who has got the supreme brain, he is worth. That is not it. Therefore, in the Vedas you will find this instruction, Nitya Nityanam, Chetana Chetananam. What is this absolute truth? He is the supreme, eternal, amongst all eternal. All eternal, but he is supreme eternal. Why supreme? Now, although we are eternal, we sometimes fall down in this material world and become affected, so we forget our eternity. We think that we are subjected to this material loss, therefore death is inevitable. We cannot understand that death can be avoided. Therefore, because we are prone to this forgetfulness, we are not seized. But Krishna, although he comes, he is not prone to be affected by this material. There is a difference between. But fools and rascals think of Krishna, apajananti manamudha, manusim tanuvasa. We think Krishna is also like Krishna is dancing with gopis. We can also find out how gopis are dancing. So, this is called Daividhi Sadhanamai Gunamai. Here it is said, Guna Nama. So according to Guna, then your name. If you are in the Sataguna, means the mode of goodness, or if you are in Brahmana, or if you are in Sataguna, then you are a Brahman. If you are in a Rajaguna, then you are a Kshatriya. And if you are in Tamaguna, then you are Shudra. And if you are mixed up, you are a Buddha. That's what Krishna says, Chaturvarnangamaya system gunakarma vibhava. So in this material world, if you want to adjust things, a Vaishnava, he is not using the gunas. This is to be understood. Vaishnava is gunasita, is above all the gunas. The other day, someone is asking, potter. A Vaishnava may work as a potter, but the next moment he can be called to worship the deity. The materially, a potter cannot worship the deity. A Brahmana must worship. So how is that? One is working, doll making, and he immediately called, go to the deity room and worship. Because a Vaishnava is gunati. Sagunan samasitva etana brahma bhuyaya kalpati. A Vaishnava is not under this guna. But those who are not Vaishnava, not devotees, they must, according to this law of Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they must work. Otherwise, there will be disruption in the social order. Varna Sankara. Varna Sankara means there is no discrimination, who is Brahmana, who is Kshatriya, who is Vaishya, who is Shudra. Chaos. Sri Sudhustatu, Varna Sankara Abhibhavati. This is also discussed. If you allow the woman to be polluted, then there will be Varna Sankara. You cannot distinguish who is Brahman, who is Kshatriya, who is Vaishya. Therefore, social order should be adjusted with Varna Sankara. Varnas, that is the instruction of the Vedas. Varnasrama charavata purushena parapraman Vishnu aradhate pungsa nannat tattu sukarana. Because the whole process of life is to understand God. This is humanity. That is the aim of humanity. But unfortunately, these rascals do not know it. Nati vidu sartha gating hi Vishnu. They are making different goal of life according to their own whim. Satagun, Rajagun, no Satagun, Rajagun, Tamagun. Satagun will understand the aim of life is to reach God. Very subtle. And Rajagun, Tamagun, they do not know, in darkness. So Rajagun, Tamagun is Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kamo Logo. People, when they are influenced by Rajagun, Tamagun, their activities are kama, lust, and logo, greedy. The whole people is sick. There is no satisfaction. There is no satisfaction. They are committing sinful activities one after another. Nunam pramatta kurute bikarma. Bikarma means sinful activity. One after another. Nunam pramatta kurute bikarma. Why they are doing all these sinful activities? Just indriya prita, simply for sensuality. Simply for satisfying the tongue. It can be satisfied in so many ways, but little taste. They are killing millions of cows daily. I have seen in the airfield. They are eating little, very little meat, not good, not lamb. But a little eating, and there are millions and billions of men. So, unnecessarily, cows are being killed. They can tolerate, why should I eat this meat? I can substitute with some other food. There are so many other foods. We have got fruits, we have got flowers, we have got vegetables. Krishna has given so many things for human use. So, for little taste, why there should be so many slaughterhouses maintained and it becomes implicated with sinful life? But pramasta, no wrong pramasta. Yeah, I'm all mad after saying the religion. No wrong pramasta kurute vikarma. This is not. The killing of animals should be for the uncivilized man, who cannot produce food, who do not know how to make agriculture, how to cook. The Darwin theory proves that the throwing some stone and one animal is killed and then they eat. Wow, what is this state? This is state uncivilized state. But when you are civilized, when you cut the forest, make it plain ground, and produce food grain, fruits, flowers, and keep the cows, take milk, and from milk you produce so many life. This is civilization. And if you remain like the old, primitive, uncivilized man, then there is question of eating meat. Otherwise there is no necessity. But because we are not trained up how to become Brahmana, they are doing that. Nunang pramasta kurute vikarma. Just indriya prita, simply for satisfaction of this. The same sex life is here, married life, regulated life. No, they will hunt after another sex, another sex, another sex. This is uncivilized. I require sex, that's all right. You man, you take one. You woman, all right, you take one. Be satisfied. And make progress in Krishna consciousness. Why jumping from this sex to that? That is uncivilized. That is, you have to suffer. Therefore, as you see the example, the sun is there, even on this planet. Somewhere you find bright sunshine, and somewhere you find cloudy, and somewhere there is no sunshine in the whole world, year. This is nature's working. So these persons are condemned. One who does not get sunshine, that is mentioned.